Hello guys, it's your girl, Lucinda Speaks, coming to you once more and again with another video. Yes, today I want to talk about female bullies, aka mean girls. Yes, so I've been doing my research and I just want to come and share with you what I have learned. Ready to talk about it? Here we go. Yes, so now number one is when bullies are coming against you, take it as a compliment. Yes, you're doing something right because you've gotten their attention. If there was a bus coming your way, what would you do? Just say, oh, here comes a bus. No, you're going to scream and holler. You're going to jump out the way. Hopefully, you're going to jump out the way before you scream and holler. Okay? So when people see something as a threat, the first thing they're going to do is react. They're going to say something about it, right? They're going to point it out. They're going to keep on touching it, right? Because it's illuminating. It's gotten their attention. Okay, and the first thing that they're thinking is of themselves. A lot of times bullies are selfish, so they take everything internally. And some can say that they're passionate, right? They'll say things like that, but really they see things as a threat because sometimes there's an idea that maybe they thought of that they weren't quite brave enough to execute. Or sometimes they may think, how does this person grow so fast and I'm not, right? But here's the thing. You have to have an attitude of being a team player, no matter what the situation is. Always be happy for other people, and therefore, you will be happy for yourself. All right? All right. So, the great Cicely Tyson said, and I quote, that's why I'm looking down, okay? The great Cicely Tyson said, the moment anyone tries to demean or degrade you in any way, you have to know how great you are. No one would beat you down if you were not a threat. All right, yes, quick wardrobe change. I'm sorry, but I had to do it. I'm about to insert a picture of this outfit. Always. Honey, if you're a curvy girl, yes, and you like trendy items, you need to run, not walk, run over to Reb Dolls. Reb Dolls is a plus size, I guess, online shopping type of store. And they also have an app. And the clothes are very nice. The quality is nice. You can also dress professionally from their website because I do all the time. The prices are not crazy. They're reasonable priced. The clothes have a very good quality and they're trendy. Now, I consider myself plus size because, as you can see, I'm well endowed here and I have hips. Now, you've seen some pictures of me, full body, so you know what I'm working with. So I always want to make sure that it's classy, but yeah, cute, because you know your girl likes the winks. Hey, who doesn't? So yeah, make sure you shop Reb Dolls, ladies. You won't be disappointed. And this necklace is on my website. I am a paparazzi consultant. Actually, I'm an executive director, and I do sell paparazzi jewelry. So I will leave the link in the description box. All right, let's get on with the rest of this video. Quick plug, right? So number two, let's move. Now, let's make this clear. Insecurity is loud, very loud. Insecurities are loud, ladies. So when people a lot of times bully you, their insecurities are really, really loud. They see something in you. They like the way you talk. They like the way you dress. They like the way you present yourself. They like the way you look. Or they'll concentrate on one thing that they feel is so ugly on you, and it's really not. You know, people used to talk about me all the time being dark skin. You cute to be a dark skin. You're a pretty little chocolate drop. Why do I have to be pretty to be chocolate? Why can't I just be pretty? Right? But that's okay, because my family has always instilled in me, it's not the color of your skin, honey, it's what's within. And I'm so glad that they've raised me to be a young lady with morals. Right? All right, so moving on. Insecurity is loud. So when somebody's constantly targeting you, you know it's because they're insecure. Okay, but still do some self-reflection, because a lot of times some of these things can be misconstrued. Sometimes there's a miscommunication. I've spoken many a times about how we communicate with others, right? We don't communicate. And if possible, if you can have a neutral conversation with your bully, if possible, you can resolve it in a reasonable way. That's the best way. But sometimes that's not possible. But if in fact you can, please try to resolve it. Hopefully you can do it one-on-one, maybe with a neutral party, and just resolve it, because peace is always better than war, right? But if you cannot resolve the situation, here is my next step. My next step is you're going to have to confront them, girl. Yes, you're going to have to confront them, baby. You're going to have to call them to the front of the class. Yes, you got to confront your bully. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes it's not even worth it, because sometimes they're not even worth even talking about. Like, who are you? That part. But sometimes they won't stop. So then you have to confront them. Give them that little 5 second of fame that they've actually been asking for. Go ahead and confront them. You know, now here on social media, a lot of times people will just at them, right? Put their name in your caption. Whatever it is that you have to do. Sometimes you have to confront a bully because they feel like you're not going to say anything. Now, people take your kindness for weakness, especially with me. You know, people say, oh, you know, she's not going to say anything. Yeah, I'm going to say something. I am. Sometimes you're not worth it. A newsflash. I don't know if anybody told you, but a lot of times you're not worth coming out these pretty lips. Girl, you have a good day and don't mess up nobody else's. All right. So, yes, you will have to confront them. Now, sometimes that won't work. So, guess what? Here's my next tip. Report them. Yes, I know. Snitches get stitches. No. You're going to have to confront. I mean, you're going to have to report them. Like, if they're making you that uncomfortable, you've already self-reflected. You've thought about it. You know, you tried to confront them. You tried to talk to them. That didn't work. Report them. Because at this point, now they're making you uncomfortable. Now you're dreading going into your place of business. Now, you know, every time you get ready to upload, you know, they're talking about, you know, the house, or, you know, your face, or you had a bump on the right side and they still talking about that, and the bump didn't heal and you didn't put on some makeup and moved on, right? So they still talking about all these other things. It's time to report them. It is time to deal with them, because here's the thing. You're not going to dim your light. Oh, no, we don't dim lights over here. So you're not dimming your light. So, yeah, you're going to have to report them. And that's that on that. Now, with social media and with YouTube, here's the thing. Being a reaction channel, let me just say this. Being a reaction channel, once you put it out there, you put it out there for people to talk about. So that's a little bit different, right? You're putting your life out there, and so people are going to react to it. Now, I know there's this here and there, and people want to do the copyright claims and all that, honey. I already know, because y'all already came for the girl, for the cute girl right here in this pink. But that's okay, baby, because I have a brain and I know how to navigate, you know, and maybe I may change some things and maybe not. We'll see. It is what it is, right? Because guess what? If you report it, somebody gonna report you. That's just the way it is on these here YouTube streets, right? Right. What goes around comes around. So a lot of times, is it worth it? And you are getting the buzz. You are getting people talking about you. You are in the notifications, right? So, sometimes I think people want you to react to their videos, right? They want to get their name out there. And nothing travels faster than a little bit of mess, right? Well, anyway, we're going to move right along. So here, we talked about it. Yes, we have. We're not going to dim our light. We're going to do some self-reflecting. We are going to confront them. And last but not least, here's what your mama always said. We're going to ignore them. Yep, ignore them, honey. Don't let them dim your light. Keep on working on your platform. Keep on doing you. Keep on being happy and productive. And guess what? A fool can't argue about him or herself. Yep, that's it. Lucinda has spoken. You guys, make sure you check out Reb Dolls and check out my website, Paparazzi Jewelry. Everything is $5. Well, I guess it's time for me to say good night. Good night.